our support and customer success teams have reached out to all of our customers, all 500 of them, over the last couple weeks, just to check in and make sure that they were in good shape. And every CFO's doing a whole bunch of scenario planning right now. And we're obviously part of KKR, and they've got a broad portfolio of companies. They're asking those questions, but we started 4 weeks ago looking at look, what happens if I think the GDP forecasts for Q2 have been all over the map. From, I think, Goldman Sachs' most recent forecast is it's GDP in Q2 is down more than 30 some odd percent. I think JP Morgan has similar numbers. And then what does the second half of the year look like? And so we're going through, myself and the head of FP&A are going through all kinds of different scenario plans, again, using OneStream software, which, what happens, is it a V shape? Is it a U shape? Is it an L? Like, what's the, what is the economic forecast? And then what does that mean for us in terms of hiring plans, in terms of, cash flow and liquidity? I think every CFO is looking, like, if they're not looking at it, then they have their head in the sand. But I think every CFO is getting asked, what's my cash flow forecast look like for the next 9 months, for sure, if not the next 21. When we originally did our model, whatever 30, 40 days ago, I think we kind of went into this downturn with one set of expectations, and clearly they've changed, and they continue to be dynamic. So we're literally updating. It's actually given me some ideas for the product. I'll offer some premonition on some product improvements that I think we're going to make as a result of how can we make the software more dynamic even as we go forward. But it's almost like these things are changing every week. I mean, look, the market was up 1,600 points yesterday. I mean, it's like, there's so much volatility in this environment that I think, as a CFO, it's, I always use a reference that the CFO's job is to have one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake at all times, and know when to apply pressure to each one, because you don't want to miss opportunities. I mean, if this ends up becoming a V-shaped recovery, then we don't want to miss opportunities to invest quickly. Similarly, if this is going to be a prolonged downturn, we're going to have to, make sure. And I mean, we're fortunate that we're in a recurring revenue business, but even still, it's, you have less resources to be able to invest. In today's world, it's the most interesting time to be a CFO, because if everything's going great, the CFO's job is, kind of easy, but also somewhat boring. We're right there in the midst of making a lot of these decisions.